244.
Hashtag hetero men at Dear Black Gay Men. Hashtag Verse TV 244C.
Here's a list of things I learned you cannot do as a man on the internet this year. Eat bananas, eat popsicles, eat lollipops, do yoga, run for the bus, walk, sing, cry, any sort of dancing, post on Instagram, post on TikTok, have an Instagram, have a TikTok, use an umbrella, blow out a cake, argue with a woman that's arguing with you, have too many female friends, have too many male friends, go to brunch with men, go to the movies with men, go on a trip with other men, ride a bike, chase a ping pong ball, be depressed, drink fruity alcoholic beverages, not like sports too much, not be good at a sport, play video games, not have tattoos, take selfies, be under 6 foot, be under 200 pounds, not be the leader of a friend group, be an unsuccessful rapper, use Amazon Prime, drink out of a straw, not finish all your food, and have a portable charger. I am now awaiting the list of things that I'm not allowed to do next year so I can make sure that I am acting accordingly.
All right. And I will speak first because I didn't even introduce her. I am sorry. I have from Divine Empowerment with Radiant Goddess Suzie. I have a Radiant Goddess with me. Yes. All right. And you know what? If you have anything in general, let's go ahead and start with the first question that I have for you. Is that okay? Sure. Is your mic on?
Oh, yeah. I thought it was. Can you not hear me?
I can. All right, good. So, the first question, and these questions come from that guy explaining these complicated requirements for men that can be unreasonable. And in reference to last week, me talking about the women of the Golden Girls in those gowns, and I was like, well, what if a man wears those gowns? And my question for you, Radiant Goddess, is let's say your new boyfriend wants to wear a beautiful woman classified gown with spike heels that fit appropriately. How would you feel about that?
So hopefully we've had this discussion in our dating period, but I think in a lot of relationships, men don't feel safe. They don't feel safe to be themselves, right? Because like that video said, they have all of these constraints on what they're supposed to do and what they're not supposed to do, right? But we all have that masculine, feminine energy inside of us. And what I learned on my self-love journey was in order to truly love the masculine outside of me, I had to love the masculine inside of me, right? So we have all of this toxic masculinity and abusive men and men killing women because they are not allowed to be 100% themselves, right? Because according to that video, they can't do all this stuff, right? Everything is sus. Everything is sassy, and my thing is I want him to feel safe. So if he tells me that that's what he wants to do, then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to honor his femininity and I'm going to wear a suit to honor my masculinity. Let's go ahead and switch roles for the night. Because once a man feels safe in his relationship, in his home, then who cares what the outside world thinks, they can't be themselves fully. That's why that's why a lot of men are miserable and bitter and angry because they cannot fully express themselves 100%. And we have to stop, like, because we're such a condemning society. We condemn them for everything. And that video just shows that.
Absolutely. And I will answer that as well. And I'll let the timer just go while I say this. Because, yes, and it's so unfortunate how we are such a condemning society. And I think that we've evolved to become that or devolved to become that because just like I said with the RuPaul video at the top, media, and this, it's unfortunate how as humans we're like lemmings, but it's like media is teaching us what to be uncomfortable with. Like media is teaching us because again, at first, that trans man who was former military, trans woman who was former military, everything in the newspapers was glowing and talking about this beautiful woman and blah, blah, blah. But you think you would see something like that nowadays about a trans woman? No, because we're devolving. Anyway, but yes, so what I say to that is one, I also wanted to say it was super cool how you talked about keeping him safe because I always talk about wanting a man, in my case, a man, to make me feel safe and how that's an important thing. And I feel badly for hetero men because hetero men who get a woman who's not you, right? Because